Without a vision, the people perish. Welcome to Vision Plus, a program featuring a positive outlook, dealing with everyday situations of marriage, children, and business. Believing Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Teacher, author, speaker, delighting audiences from New York to Sacramento with a heart and message for the people today. Bonnie would like to remind you of the 800 number on the screen. Please feel free to call at any time throughout the broadcast and share your concerns. Leave your prayer request and someone will pray with you. And now, teacher, author, and speaker.
Hello and welcome. I'm Bonnie Libhart and you're watching Vision Plus. I know you watched last week when Zyah, Magidli, you'll have to correct me a little bit, was on, but we didn't complete it, and he has to go back to Frankfurt, Germany, then back to Baku, and we wanted you to hear some more things that he had to say. I wanted you to know a little bit more about Radio Free Europe and some of the questions. You've been here almost a week. What do you think of America?
It's a very big, large, incredible country for us, and the country with large opportunities for any people in the world, of course.
And you have been doing some exciting things this week. Yeah. You've gotten to go to the mayor's, no, that's today, but you've gotten to see the Democratic headquarters, the Republican headquarters. You got to go to Nashville, Tennessee, and to Etheridge, to the Amish country. That would tell me a little bit about that. And you got to go to the Chamber of Commerce with a panel, media panel.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about, first of all, the media panel.
We discussed the situation with media during the last 40 years, and now the print media have a big problem with the future, because they don't know what will happen with print media, because they have a competition with new media like internet, like a blogger in internet, like a citizen journalism, when any people in the world can capture any situation, what happened to his mobile and send to the YouTube, for example.
Yeah, YouTube. I have some of these programs. We'll probably have yours on YouTube, some of the program, because we only have 10-minute segments, so we have to stop every 10 minutes and start over again. But that's okay. That can happen. But, you know, I think of that, what are the possibility that can be a good thing, because more people can hear about what's going on in other parts of the world. And now you went to the Democratic and Republican headquarters. Tell us about that visit.
We meet with Republicans and Democrats. It's a policy. They are the politic man, and I usually don't interested in policy, but. We think that the Republicans and Democrats not make a permanent work as a politics. They make some decision before the election and during the election, but after they disappear.
That happens. Promises is what we say. Now, you had an opportunity you got a glass, and then it got broken that had Obama's picture on it, but I think you're going to get another one. You got the Obama, Biden, the Barack Hussein Obama Biden ticket that you can take along. I mean, a little, you can put it on your jacket or not a souvenir. But now you had another interesting thing about the Barack Hussein Obama, and that you got to meet him before he was President Obama, or got to see him.
Yeah, Barack Obama met with our president in 2005 and talk about the future of a relationship between
So,
us.
'05, that was 4 or 5 years ago, right?
4 years ago.
4 years. Was he already, he was senator at that time.
He was.
And so he met with your president.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say your president's name.
He came to our country with some commission.
Right.
I forgot what it was.
Doesn't matter.
And met and discussed with our president the future of our relationships. But he said one interesting thing. Our relationship don't based on oil only. We can make our relationship the large.
In other words, what I hear you saying, or heard you say the other day, is that he's more important in relationship than the oil. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We must to do the democratic relationships
Mm-hmm.
between us. He said the civil rights are more important than oil
Mm-hmm.
in any case.
Mm-hmm. So you met, who all was meeting with him, and how did you get to be? I know he is the voice of Radio Free Europe and Radio Liberty, and that is paid by our U.S. Congress, and it started in, you told me, 1950. So it's been going for quite a few years, and it's in 28 languages now, in many countries. So who all was meeting with these, in 3 or 4 years, the President of the United States, Barack Hussein Obama?
You mean who was meeting?
Yeah, who met with him? The President.
The President, the Speaker of our Parliament.
Mm-hmm. Parliament.
And the Prime Minister.
And the Prime Minister. Now, how did you happen to hear him? How did you happen?
Just talking, just discussing our
Mm-hmm.
our relationship. A lot of things don't be open for media.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but I mean, how did they have a group of people there? Were you in the actual audience? Did you meet him personally? Shake hands? Okay, you saw him personally though. And now you're very much a supporter of this president.
You know, our government supported John McCain when the election was. They think that
They supported John McCain. Mm-hmm.
supported John McCain because the Republicans the Republicans makes the decision in oil segment
Mm-hmm.
of our relationship. As you know, if I don't mistake, I forgot his name.
It's not important.
Really
Oh, okay.
have some part of one of the American oil companies.
Yes.
And that company make a relationship and make a business in my country.
Yes.
That's why the Republicans.
That's Baku, Azerbaijan.
Yeah, and Democrats have an idea that we are all people, we are all civils, we are all humans, and our rights more more important than oil.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why our government wants a lot of money from oil,
Mm-hmm.
and Republicans can do that possibilities
Mm-hmm.
for our government.
Yes.
Of course, the poor people, the other people, the middle class and the poor people, like Barack Obama.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like George Bush.
Mhm.
with him. I mean, the war.
But I think they would liked his father before Clinton. And well, that's the way it's gone for generations since George Washington, the first president of the United States. We have one party in, and then the next party is in, and no matter who's in, we don't like the other party as well. We're for the party that's in. Well, I guess that's a good way to be. You have to support who's ever elected. Now we got to remember, 45% of the people did not vote for Barack Hussein Obama, but that doesn't mean that you know we want him to do the very best that he possibly can. That seems like that we're heading toward socialized medicine, socialized banking, or and also with the cars to all be owned by the government. I don't really plan to get any money from owning 60% of the GMC. So, but every country has to go through their challenges. What would you say are some of the other things you observed? Now, you got to meet with the Chamber of Commerce. Then you got to meet with, let's see, oh, I know some people you met with that were unusual, that gave you a little shock, and that's the Amish at Etheridge. Tell me about your whole situation there.
It's very interesting people. They are very interesting because we can't understand them why they do it, why they stopped in 18th century, why they don't use any automobiles, cars, phones, and other technologies. Why? We saw their children. It's horrible for us.
Mm-hmm. But you know, it's their belief. And just like the Muslims have their belief, and the Hindu have their belief, and the Catholics and the Protestants and the Amish have their belief, and they believe that they're supposed to stick to what they read that back in the 18th century, or when beginning of time.
On the other side, of course,
Mm-hmm.
this is the culture.
Yes.
This is the culture, and
But you didn't comprehend that you could believe something so strongly that you would stand. And I think that's what suicide bombers do. They believe that so strongly that they should kill all the people. I know my friend. I told him about. Oh, you actually met him. He's with the FBI. Jeff Dowdy. Well, he was over there in Afghanistan when the suicide bomber was killed lots of Americans. Yeah. So see, if you believe so strongly, But I think I think I have strong belief like that. The only difference is, I think it's okay for you to be you, and all of you to be you, and I don't need to have to make you be just like me. If we're just alike, we don't need me.
we think that the real Muslim, the real Christian, and the real others
Yeah.
don't do it. They are the real.
Mm-hmm.
Are
Peaceful and loving. Because my brother married a Muslim, and she's the most peaceful, loving person you could ever meet. So what you're saying is just like our people that go into the Virginia Tech and Columbine and kill people. That's not the normal student to do that. They did that in your country, didn't they? And it wasn't your your people. Tell us about that event.
Approximately 1 month ago, April 13, the one man as official, as official version, I mean, one man entered to the State Oil Academy and killed 13, injured
13. Killed 13 and injured 13. Now, you said something that's interesting. You said that's the official word, that it's one man. Apparently, you're not believing it was just one man.
Yeah, we have another version, but they are not official.
Another version.
Yeah, another version.
group involved. Yeah, just like when John F. Kennedy, they always said it's one, but nobody ever believed him. Why was Ruby killed right after that? And says something isn't right.
And in any case, we wait the end of investigation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, you tell us a little bit more about what you do. Let's see, did we cover everybody you've seen so far here in the United States? I guess going to Nashville and now you're going to go shopping with several of 4 or 6 of you are going to go shopping together.
Yeah.
Your wife told you not to buy her anything. But your son, but your son might accept something. 6-year-old usually would. What'd you bring me, Daddy? And then we're going up on the mountain and you're going to cook for us. Yeah. Oh, yay. What are you going to cook?
A lot of kebabs.
Kebabs,
Yeah.
okay. We call them shish kebabs.
Yeah. Shish kebab.
Uh-huh.
I can do it.
You can do it. You may be the most famous person in your country, but because as the voice of the Radio Free Europe and Radio Liberty, he really is. And if you want to know more about that, you can contact us. I know more than I did a week ago because he gave me a book called Azerbaijan, 100 Questions Answered, and it is a beautiful country. I've been begging him all week. Could Tony and I come over there? He hadn't said yes yet. But I have several books that you can have, this Emily book. We just had a new one come out last week. The Born Again Marriage, the new version just came out, but I didn't get it yet. I was supposed to get one last week because they emailed me and said, it's live, it's on its way. You know, and it's like trying to put toothpaste back in the tube. It's not easy to wait for me. And then, of course, any of you that would like to have this book that has about Elvis Presley and B.B. King and some other Hank Williams, for any donation for the Vision Plus Ministry, you can have that. And that book, as long as they last, that book's available for you also. And we have several other books, which we gave him some, and he hasn't opened the package yet, so he doesn't know what's in there. We in America, the minute we get a package, we open it right that second, see what it is. I like it. I don't like it.
We have another tradition. We open the package the last.
At the end.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I didn't know that. Okay, but see, if you don't like it, then how am I going to know what to go back and buy you? It'll be too late. I didn't know that. Well, that's a good tradition. Then if you don't really like it, you can keep your face straight. And then we won't know it. Oh, we took him to a Stars game, and we had that game won. And we walked out of there a minute or two early, and what did they do but lose the game?
Yeah.
I think that's terrible. Just when we thought if we'd have stayed 2 more minutes, they'd have won the game. We took 8 or 10 or 12 of us that left the game. But that was an interesting game. You never saw baseball.
I saw via TV.
Yeah.
I watched TV, but I never been.
Because you played basketball. You're a sports hero also, playing basketball, and also what other things?
Yeah, I played,
Soccer?
I played basketball, I played soccer, and play soccer
Now?
Yeah, in my country, of course.
Mm-hmm.
As a amateur.
Ice hockey?
No, we don't play ice hockey.
Oh, I was thinking you did play ice hockey.
Haven't the team.
Oh, okay.
Some years
Well, you'll have to put together a team.
15 years ago, our government and our Ice Hockey Federation
Mm-hmm.
made some steps to own the ice hockey team, but that idea's crashed.
Yeah, when the government takes over, it always crashes. Well, what I wanted to ask you was, if you may look on the map, but if you'll just think of on your map, I teach geography also, where the Caspian Sea is, and if you can see Iran in your mind, and Russia, and Georgia, well, Russia and then Georgia. My brother went over to Georgia, he and his wife, and my daughter also. Well, you will see in the center of that, from the Caspian Sea over, and Armenia is on one, isn't on one, a neighbor, but they're not a nice neighbor to you.
Sure. Sure. We have a big problem with
Uh-huh.
that.
Why?
Because I think that when the 20th century started, we have a little war with Armenians. It was in the Russian Empire. But after the Turkey helped us in that war, the small conflict, and we had a lot of killed people. Also, when the Soviet Union was formed,
When the Soviet Union was what?
formed in 1920,
Oh, okay.
and
Mm-hmm.
the Soviet Union, we proclaimed we are
Independence.
independent at 1918
Mm-hmm.
with Armenia and Georgia. We was the three separate countries
Right.
in Caucasus, and after 23 months, our independent country was founded in 28th May,
Mm-hmm.
and we celebrated that
28th May. Mm-hmm.
in USA. And after 23 months, at 20th April of 1920, the Soviet Union's, the Bolsheviks army go to Baku, go to Azerbaijan and
Occupied. In fact, they took Azerbaijan and took half of it and gave the other half to Iran.
Yes, but it happened the 1 century ago.
Yes,
before
yes,
that,
yes.
in 1821.
Oh, okay.
Between the Russian Empire and Iran, they had a war between
Mm-hmm.
countries, and as a result, we have one nation and cut it to two countries.
Yeah, they cut your country in two and gave half to one and half to the other.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, that's what this 101
Yeah.
question says,
We
and I.
found all of our answers more better than.
No. And then you got your independence in 1950, or was it
1991.
not 1991? Okay, okay, 91. All right, then Azerbaijan became its own country again. Is that that's the same time that like most of the well, I'm thinking some other countries became independent at that time too.
Yeah, we have the big problem with Soviet Union in 1990,
Mm-hmm.
at 20th January,
Uh-huh.
when the Soviet soldiers gone to our capital again and killed more than 100 people
Mm.
in the streets, peaceful people, of
Mm.
course.
Mm.
Then all the people go to streets, approximately more than a million
Oh.
people, and say no to Soviet Union. We must crash that union, that empire of terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And after 1 year, 1.5 year, we proclaimed our independence.
Okay. So it's all right if you're older. You just go get with another million people and go and stake what you're going to do, and you got your independence. And then you had the president of the United States, before he was president 3 years before, come over there and say, I want a good relationship with you. That's kind of what I like to do. I teach there at the Spirit Life Center at UAH 2 different times, and there's Muslims that come, and well, anybody can, Catholics, different ones, and I work with the Protestant group, And so we all get along well. We use the same facility. We you eat the same food, not the same exact same food, but you know, we'll get along. And that's what I think we're going to have to do in life. Is that's why I'm so interested in finding out about you and all your people with you and the media that you're doing, is because if we can learn to love each other, to get acquainted and like each other, then we don't have to shoot each other. I'm not going to shoot you. You're not going to shoot me, are you? What do you... Now, you have the opportunity, maybe, to go to possibly, maybe I should, Prague to...
Yeah, yes, I have. Maybe.
Well, it's open. Anyway, according to the internet, it's open. And that would be where, that's the operational headquarters of your whole group. That's the Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty. What's the difference in those two again? What is...
Between Free Europe and Liberty.
Yeah.
Radio Free Europe was founded in 1950 as a radio for Balkans countries, for East European countries. For example, Romania, Bulgaria, Poland, and others. And Radio Liberty was found after 3 years in 1953, only for Soviet countries, for us, for Armenians, for Georgians,
Iranians.
yes, Iranians was founded later.
Okay, what about Iraq?
Yeah,
Did it go into Iraq?
yeah. I don't remember when. Then the headquarters made decision to connect our radio stations, and now we have twice name, Radio Free Europe and Radio Liberty.
How do you find... Now, the whole idea of Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, is to give out, let me say, what the government doesn't want you to tell. Sometimes, some you want to tell the accurate information of what's going on. Yeah. And how do you find that out? Tell me a little bit about how you do your program. You have a topic. Give me a topic, just any topic.
Yeah, we have a topic. We must to call
experts. Give me an idea of a topic you might do.
For example, the horrible
murder.
Yeah, in our oil state academy. We called to some experts and invited them to our studio and discussed that problem. What is it? Terrorism, or just happened, or that boy was a crazy, other.
What did they say?
They say that two versions. I said, the boy was crazy and he was alone. But they said too that is official version. We have unofficial version, but investigated version, that they was a group of killers, and when the one of them done some murder, other member of that group killed him, and go out with other people, mix with them, and
disappear. Did you find any others that possibly could be part of the group?
Our police caught some people.
Your police caught some people that may be part of the group. Yeah, so there'll be ongoing investigation. Yeah. And they killed himself too, didn't he? Or they killed him?
Official, that crazy man killed themselves. think so.
Hmm. So, but you don't know that it wasn't done by someone else. Okay. Well, we'll be watching to see if you come up with that, with the answer. We'll be watching in the world news. And I have always loved Radio Free Europe. When seemed like I was a little girl and they came to our church or school or somewhere and told us about it, I got really excited about it. I wish I could work with them. But anyway, don't forget, if you want this book about Elvis Presley, any donation, B.B. King, I've written 8 books, so.
B.B. King was in Baku.
He wasn't. Oh, that's right. Okay, he traveled the world. He really did. Well, we're glad that you joined us. And if you'd like a copy of this, a DVD, just let us know. Any donation, as long as I can cover my postage, I'll send it to you. I'm Bonnie Libhart, and along with my friend from Baku, Azerbaijan, Zyah. You can say that. Zyah Magidli.
Yeah.
Magidli.
Sure.
You say it.
Correct. Zyah Magidli.
Oh, that's close. Okay. And we're glad you joined us also. And let's get along with our neighbors. No matter what, no matter who they are, let's make a decision that we're going to be the nice, kind, friendly neighbors that can have a good day. Have a good day today and every day. Thank you for watching.